Hi guys, good morning. I am in the parking lot of my college. I'm about to head into class. Ugh. It's my Monday class. It's on my day off from work, so I totally scheduled that very nicely, but it all works out. So, yeah, I just got to school. I gotta be in at 10, and I don't know what time it is right now, but some interesting little update on my car, because I never talk about my car. My car has been fine, ever since I bought it like 2 years ago. But just recently, its age is starting to catch up to it. And so yesterday, which was the same day that we filmed the video before this, wait, no, backtrack. No, yesterday was the day after the video before this, and I had gotten a call from James late in that morning. It was like midnight or 1 in the morning, and James called me. He had taken my car to his mom's house, and he was driving back, and he called me, and I was already sleeping, and he said, "Hey, in the morning you need to take your car in because your brake light is on and it's braking horribly." And I was like, well, that's weird. Okay. So a few hours later, around 11, I took my car in. I got in the car, I noticed the light was on, and I definitely noticed a difference right away when I got in and I started braking, because it took forever. Like, I had to go all the way down to the floor and even like then some to get it to stop, and that freaked me out. And so I originally was going to go very far out to a specific place. It's right next to where my mom works, actually, but I was like, I don't feel comfortable driving when I have like almost no brake. Basically, it was so close to like just not being there at all. And so I decided to go to a place literally just 2 miles away from my house. It was a very easy drive, so I went there, and I showed up. I told them, hey, I didn't need an oil change anyway, but I also told them about the brake thing. So I'm like, hey, I need an oil change, and also my brake light is on. And I told him the problem, and he's like, okay, we'll take a look at that. It was very strange for that to be happening. I went inside, waited, and then they, asked me about my oil and all that crap, the usual stuff. And then they started looking at my brakes. They took my tires off, they checked everything out, and apparently my two front brake pads were completely shot. And the back two were totally fine, but it's, oh my god, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Ah. I'm gonna sneeze. The front two, were completely shot, in terrible condition, and so they asked me if I wanted them to put on new ones, and I'm like, yes, please, because I can't drive like this. And so they took everything off and they replaced the brake pads, and it was all hunky-dory. I also had them change out my coolant because apparently that was dangerously low. So they did that, and then at the very end, they told me to come over to them. They called me out, and they showed me, and I don't know what it's called, but it was like right behind my back wheel, or actually in front of my back wheel, and it's a little tube that had actually rusted over, and that was leaking breaker fluid. So I don't know if like that was like the cause of it, or if it was like the brake pads, or a combination of both. I don't know anything about cars, and I was there by myself, so I didn't have like James or even my mom there to like help me out, because I don't know, but I knew what they were talking about, and they showed me specifically the leak, and so they said, that needs to be taken care of by a mechanic. We can't really do that here. And I was like, okay, yeah, I will take it into mechanic. I know a guy. It's actually my mom's friend, and he does a lot of things for her, and he's very nice, and I've been to him before. And so I was like, all right. And so they finished everything up, and they sent me on my way. Unfortunately, my brake light is still on. It's braking better. It's not the way it was before, but it's better. So I'm going to have to take it into the mechanic guy and tell him what is going on, and just hope that, everything is okay and it can be fixed and it's not going to lead to an even bigger problem, because I don't want that. In total, I was at that place where they fixed everything. I was there for 4 hours. So it was one of those days. I was planning on donating some stuff that I have packed up to Goodwill, but I think I might do that today. We'll see. Because yesterday that took up way too much of my time. It was just not a fun day at all. But yeah, that's a little update on my car stuff. So keeping my fingers crossed on that. Yeah. Adulting is so much fun, people. It's the greatest thing ever. Yeah. All right. So I actually have some more time to kill. There was one more thing that I wanted to talk about. So yesterday, the same day actually, I got home after my 4-hour car ordeal, and I started doing some laundry again. Just my whole entire day, my whole week has been about laundry. And then James came home and he's like, get dressed, come downstairs. I'm in the driveway, and we're gonna go see my mom. I'm like, oh, okay. So it was like 6. It was like 5:30, almost 6. I got dressed, we headed out, and we went over to his mom's house, and we were originally thinking that we were going to make dinner at her place and have dinner with her. So we went to Woodman's, and I don't know if Woodman's is everywhere. I have never heard of it until just recently, and I've never been there until yesterday. And same thing with James. It is the biggest freaking grocery store that I have ever been to, and his mom warned us, like, it's very overwhelming and it's huge. Like, you can make a day of just going there and exploring and finding new things. And she was not lying. We showed up, and immediately it was very structured and very nicely laid out and very organized, and I was very surprised about that. But it was like, oh my God, this is huge, this is overwhelming. But I kind of liked it though, oddly enough, because here's the thing. I hate grocery shopping. I hate walking into grocery stores. I hate everything about it. And when I walked in there, it wasn't as bad, because I think because of how big it is, that people were spread out more. So it wasn't like 100 people in one aisle, which is how it is at like Jewel and places like that. And so we started walking around, gathering our ingredients. We were in there with a plan that he was going to make a taco salad type of thing. But then midway through, we decided that we wanted to just get something that's already been pre-made. So we got some sushi and some Chinese food that they have there. And it was like buying stuff from Panda Express, but in like little packages. So it was very strange. But it was just as good. It was very good. So yeah, we got some of those, and we also got some groceries for, our place, mine and James's place, which was very nice. And we just found like some of the craziest things. We bought a orange milk, which it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. It was basically like 100 melted creamsicles into a milk carton, and that's exactly what it tasted like, just melted creamsicles. So yeah, we just bought it to try it. It's a fad. And it was like only 89 cents. So yeah, and I don't know. There's a whole aisle dedicated to cheeses, and whole aisle dedicated to ice cream, and whole aisle dedicated to bread. It was nuts. So if you have a Woodman's anywhere near you, or you get the chance to like see one or go by one, go check it out, because it is an experience going there. It's very strange. It may just be a grocery store, but when we went, it was a whole experience. It was a whole new thing. So yeah, definitely check that out. Oh. I'm just waiting to go in. I had a bit of a scare today as well this morning. So have you ever had that moment? I'm sure everybody has, where you wake up and you think you like missed class or something. I had that moment, but it was even more scary because today I have to turn in a very important assignment. My Monday class, it's only one class on Mondays, and it is Intro to Early Childhood Education. And I was just thinking about that just now. It was so funny. I woke up and I did not ever remember my alarm going off, and I couldn't find my phone anywhere, and it just looked like it was, late morning, and I sprung up and I am looking for my phone very frantically. I'm thinking, oh my God, I missed my class today, and that means I did not turn in my assignment, and I potentially just failed my class. And I shook James awake, and I was like, what time is it? And he's like, what time is it? It's like, I don't know. I'm like, where's my phone? It's like, I don't know, babe, I'm sorry. He's like, apologize. I'm like, wait, no, it's not your fault, but like, what time is it? I need to know. And so then he grabbed his phone, he like found it, and then he checked it, and he said, it's only 7:26. I'm like, oh, thank God. And I just went back to bed. I was terrified that I had missed my class and did not turn in my assignment. And I don't know if I have any more availability to to turn in assignments late, because I have turned in a few assignments late already. And so I thought, oh my God, I just blew it. All that hard work for nothing. I failed my class. This is awful, wasted money. And so, yeah, I was just thinking about that. I'm like, oh my God, like that would have been awful. That definitely would not have been a good start to my day. But I mean, for real, this class is kind of kicking my butt, because I have to like go to so many different schools and observe different classes and just different age groups, and it's just a lot. It's like, it's very different. It's not something I'm used to. I'm only in my second semester, and I'm already having to do like all these big crazy things. I know it's only going to get worse from here, and it's not that big of a deal, but for someone who took a pretty long gap from like high school to like now like college, I didn't do a whole bunch of stuff. It's a lot. It's definitely hitting me hard. But I am liking school. What's going on with my hair? I'm liking school, but it's stressful. It's very stressful. I get so nervous about things and assignments and deadlines. And speaking of which, I need to confirm with my teacher today if I'm able to turn in a missed quiz, because I had totally missed that because I was so preoccupied with this specific assignment and I wanted to get it done because it's so important, that I completely forgot that we had a take-home quiz. So I was so mad at myself for that. And so and then my counselor got involved, and he was calling me. He's like, hey, what's going on with this? And so I have to ask her about that and see what exactly I can do. Yeah, college is rough. It's rough no matter what. It's rough times, but I know in the end it's going to be worth it, and it's important, and it's something that I really feel that it would be good for me to have under my belt. Yeah, so just gonna keep on trucking along here and working hard and doing my very, very best. Just doing the damn thing, basically. Oh, and speaking of which, make sure that you guys follow me and James on our Instagram at the Molly Doors. And also, if you feel like it, if you're into it, I do have a blog. I will post a link to it in the description below, and check out my blog. Yeah, I've been doing a blog for a few months now, like June, July, August, September, almost 3 months, I think. So yeah, it's been fun. A lot of my friends and family have been reading them. I'm getting a lot of good feedback and some critiques, and I think it would be great if you would check that out as well, if you like that kind of thing. Not everyone's into blogs, but hey, might as well. So yeah, all right, so I think it's almost time for me to head on in, so I will see you guys after my very long, very, very, very long class. All right, hey there, party people. I am now home. It is a little after 12:45. I have to pee so bad. Class was great. Nothing, oh, sorry. Class was great, nothing too special, nothing too interesting. I am just starving. I'm gonna make some lunch. Caught on the door, of course. Alright. And now James will be going to either school or work. I forget which one. At 2:45. Yeah. So yeah, guys, I think that'll be it for this video. So right now I'm just gonna be chilling for the rest of the day, doing some homework, and just catching up on my shows, although I actually don't have anything to catch up on now. I'm just patiently waiting for season 2 of Russian Doll to come out because James and I finished Orange is the New Black and I cried 3 times and then we started Russian Doll. And that was really good. So we're waiting for a season 2 to come out. Yeah, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching and hope to see you again very soon. All right, bye.